They're the Olympic Games. They're the only event which really brings the entire world together at one place.
Every 4 years, around 10,000 athletes from over 200 national Olympic committees get together to celebrate the power of sport. It is a tradition that dates back centuries.
Side and a headscarf.
Survived antiquity.
A family of 90.
Outlasted wars. And remains as vital as ever in an era witnessing the hyper-professionalization and politicization of sport.
Our aim is to remind everybody what in ancient Greece they were doing during the Olympic Games. They would stop the wars, they would put down the arms, they would compete in a noble competition. This is what we're trying to, the message that we're trying to pass to the whole world. If they could stop the wars and the conflicts and get together and unite in this event where more than 200 nations and the athletes of these nations, they are together competing in competition, noble competition, where the best wins.
The Olympic Games are not perfect. It took until 2024 for something approaching gender equality to be achieved. For a supposedly apolitical project, there's a history of politicking. But it stands alone as a means to bring the world together in pursuit of a common goal. Broadcast the message, we have more in common than sets us apart.
I think in this era that we're in as a world, the values of the Olympic Games have never been more important.
From entertaining the gods in ancient Olympia to breakdancing under the Eiffel Tower. From the absence of women to the celebration of a revolution. Triumph, tragedy, and everything between. The Olympic Games are the purest expression of the power of sport. The modern Olympic Games are an echo of their ancient precursor. Beginning in the historical period categorized as the Iron Age, and continuing into the Classical era. The ancient Olympic Games were a series of athletic competitions among representatives of city-states in ancient Greece. They were held at the Pan-Hellenic religious sanctuary of Olympia, in honor of Zeus, with the first example dating back to 776 BC. The Games were held every 4 years, or an Olympiad, which became a unit of time. After over 1,000 years of competition, the ancient Games faded away in the 4th century AD. 1,500 years later, the concept was revisited by French educator Pierre de Coubertin, who, in the spirit of the time, was driven by the potential of sport to create moral and social strength. Central to this was a spirit of amateurism, or sport for sport's sake, the value of the ancient Olympic truce, and the tendency of athletic competition to promote understanding across cultures. All of which became distilled into the Olympic Creed, that now reads, "The important thing in life is not the triumph, but the fight. The essential thing is not to have won, but to have fought well." The countdown to each modern Olympics begins by casting back to ancient times with the lighting of the sacred flame in a meticulously choreographed ceremony in Olympia. This ceremony initiates the Olympic torch relay, which concludes with the lighting of the Olympic cauldron during the opening ceremony of the Games. The flame burns in the cauldron for the duration of competition until it is extinguished during the closing ceremony. The initial flame continues to be lit by the sun's rays before it embarks on a passage around Greece before its handover to the host city.